So on this particular platform here, they update Bibrem about the Chief Justice. If you've been following up the case since Mahama's inauguration, you realize that one of the key person at NDC4, they've been touting and said they've been going ahead and talking about, said they will sack this person from post. Even before Mahama's swearing in was Chief Justice Getrude Torkornoo. Now, not only her, we're also talking about those on the chopping board was IGP Dan Parry and also EC boss Jen Mensah respectively. But then currently, Bakoko IGP Dan Parry have been successfully sacked and taken out of position. The next two people are the lenses on them, Getrude Torkornoo and also EC boss Jen Mensah. Now, for you to understand exactly what is really going on here, let us bring it down to a power play. Now, NDC have been talking about sacking this particular Chief Justice on the premise a woman or maybe during her tenure and even in her tenure as Chief Justice, it really went against the law. Now, Mahama set up a probing committee. They probed into her actions to determine if this woman should be sacked or not. And then can say, though the matter has been sent to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court judges, they've been weighing and hearing arguments. Currently, can letter beton on this way. Say Chief Justice Madam Getrude Torkornoo, she is sacked. Now, let's take this. This is coming from Office of the Communications at the Presidency and as a Presidency Communications, which this letter was undertaken by Felix Kwachi Ofosu and Felix Ofosu Kwachi. And then as you can see on the screen, so this is a letter and a press statement detailing why President John Dramani Mahama, with immediate effect, have sacked and have suspended Madam Getrude Torkornoo. Now we'll be going into the nitty-gritty of all of this, why this is very significant and why NDC is really going head on, making sure that this particular thing, at the end of the day, they will succeed in it. Now let's read this. Let's put this on the screens. Let's make it a bit bigger. As you can see on the screens, also President Mahama suspends Chief Justice after setting up a committee to probe petition. So Mahama MATS say, and you're not a pet and a person attacking Chief Justice, which we know is definitely it is a lie, because people can bring petitions and you, the president, can read it and shoot down the petitions, or even not even escalate the petitions to a probing committee. But Mahama Nkasa not petted that. So within the NDC rank and file, Nankasa they had concerns of the woman's ethics and the woman's action. To clearly on the petition by a pen Mahama Pias and Yafama the committee and as the board of one advice the president together with other people. No multimedia if this woman petition and sacking on if it is merited or warranted. Now I'll show the data. Today is Tuesday, 22nd of April 2025. Also, President Mahama suspends Chief Justice after setting up committee to probe petitions. Now let's read it. I'll say President John Dramani Mahama, in accordance with Article 146 Clause 6 of the Constitution and in consultation with the Council of State, determined that a prima facie case has been established in respect to 3 petitions against the Chief Justice, her leadership, Justice Getrude Araba Esaba Saki Torkornoo. Long name. Good. So, Mahama, you see our press statement, Mahama finally has suspended a Chief Justice. Now, Opa Senkophobia, amoya consensus is in Amode a petition to President and him say, woman, we are petitioning you to sack a year or sack Chief Justice Mama, so send a particular petition to a committee to probe if the woman's sack should be warranted or not. After all of this have been said, President Mahama have realized, according to this report, President Mahama and the committee have realized case na the bread and the buy against Chief Justice it contains some sort of prima facie. Now prima facie is basically a law term which basically means that the intent to commit a crime, as you even thinking to commit a crime, but in literal terms and in law terms, there should be a case, and as there should be something which seems to suggest we have a bit of standing, so that alone a prima facie. So basically, don't pass a petition is now burning. They've established in same year woman and in same year was our petitions. It goes a long way to say indeed there is enough evidence to go ahead with a suspension of Madam Getrude Torkornoo for now until we hear both sides of the argument. Definitely, she too should be given a chance to defend herself. So all of these things will go on, but then what they want us to know is that there has been a prima facie against Madam Getrude Araba Isaba Saki Torkornoo. It goes on further to say the president has consequently established a committee in compliance with Article 146 Clause 6 of the Consultation and of the Constitution and in consultation with the Council of State with the following composition to inquire into the petitions which have been referred to them. In the suspended a year, Madam Getrude Torkornoo, they've also further redirected it to Council of State for them to review. Okay, so okay, wait now, should we go ahead and go suspension? Yes, per se, but as an ejumano. Finishing temporarily for the time being as this whole investigation goes on. This year, no mama SN pushy and my Council of State say, say if this argument and petition are ebano, should we rescind our suspension of Madam Getrude Torkornoo? Should we uphold our suspension? And also, should we even sack her and proceed with criminal charges against her? Because Obeka said last week, media update break, I told you that Madam Getrude Torkornoo, one of the charges and the petitions allegedly was the fact say she had a year, she got a year gay. She was tasked to go and speak on behalf of Ghana outside the country, abroad. I don't know if it's UK or US, but all corner or the Nebakoye, and that was taxpayers' money too. According to sources, she was able to put in things and the banage per diem, okay. Per diem basically bonuses neniama edema abang for each month the banage per diem of $10,000 a brand bano on your chief justice and the ban unia bemu. Meanwhile, all of these things now so that amount for said they have evidence HSA basically the chief justice say wa from so that is just one of those things that we'll be hearing as time goes on. One, Justice Gabriel Scott. These are the people or more the Council of State that will be looking into. Also, Justice Gabriel Scott Pumine, that's the Justice of the Supreme Court. He is the chairman. Justice Samuel Kwame Adibu Asiedu, that's the Justice of the Supreme Court. He is also a member. Case. And number 3, Daniel Yao Domolovo, that's the former Auditor General, also a member. 4, Major Flora Bazura Nura Dalugu, or no, a member of the Ghana Armed Forces, and he is also a part of the Council of State who will be probing into this particular issue. Number 5, Professor James Sefa Jisa, Associate Professor of the University of Ghana, Legon, and he also happened to be one of the board members of the Council of State who will be looking into this particular matter. Now, what shut down was pursuant to Article 146 Clause 10 of the Constitution, in accordance with advice of the Council of State, the President has by a warrant suspended Chief Justice with immediate effect pending the outcome of the committee's proceedings. And this definitely, Osha said, I'm missing reading also pursuant to Article 146 Clause 10 of the Constitution, in accordance with advice of Council of State, the President has by a warrant suspended the Chief Justice with immediate effect pending the outcome of the committee's proceedings, and this was signed by Felix Ofosu-Kwakye. So basically, the thing which went to a certain committee to look into the matter, Council of State almost okay. There is a prima facie. There is a reason for us to go ahead and probe the actions of Chief Justice. Based on that, John Dramani Mahama has suspended Chief Justice and have formed a committee, a 5-member committee, a B from the Supreme Court, a B from Auditor General's Department, a B from the Armed Forces, and a B from the University of Ghana, Legon. These people will come to probe, say, okay, suspension, I have suspended Chief Justice, is it warranted or not? Based on case near the tone, do we even have what we call enough evidence to say so? Okay, was there enough prima facie? Even though they are saying there's a prima facie, was there enough prima facie to even edge on in terms of what filing a criminal a complaint against this one as a criminal charges against a time or so? But for now, what we can tell you is that Chief Justice Madam Getrude Torkornoo has been sacked. We'll be giving you more updates. You need the indemnity, and then definitely this is a very big blow to Chief Justice, because within just 3 months of Mahama's inauguration, Mahama have suspended it. Now, the next on the list on the chopping block, EC boss Jen Mensa. Now, before I may end, all these is of course consequential. You take IGP, because if IGP is there, maybe away and bit miss so they've taken off IGP. Okay, the only person taking it off on or EC boss. But if IGP and Chief Justice is there, arguments be NDC because say and the government because any EC boss it might not hold, and Madam Getrude Torkornoo, according to people almost a bias, she might shoot down any argument government brings. In the end, they've taken off IGP. They've suspended Chief Justice. If you are straight near EC boss Mensa, and within 6 months, by June, yes, Ghana and Yebenya the full reset to move forward to the 2028 elections. We're giving you more updates as all of these various issues continue to come up.